If you're 45 plus and you feel like something is off, this video is for you. Not by everything that's already on your plate, but by a craving for something deeper, more meaning, more purpose in your life. And maybe you've been judging yourself for the dreams, for the ideas bubbling up inside of you, a desire for more, a desire to do something different. But you think, I don't know, can I do that at my age? Who am I? Shouldn't I already have this figured out by now? And you second guess yourself. If that's you, you need to hear this. And who am I? I'm Steph. And I'm here to bounce for fun as much as I do for fitness because it's about a total well being. I use bouncing not just to get in shape, but to wake up my body. And so while we bounce together, I like to share messages to encourage you, inspire you, and make you think a little bit differently. Because how we think is at the root of every result we have in life. So I'm on a mission to help women just like me entering midlife experience revival rather than crisis, both for their physical and mental well being. So, if this resonates with you, this sense that something is changing in you, that you want something different, but you're not sure what to do with it, I invite you one, listen to this message, but two, come into a community with me. I've created a brand new community called Wake Up in Midlife. It's a safe space for women 45 plus where we can share our feelings, get practical tools and resources, and just most importantly, know we're not alone in this stage of life. The link is in description and it's totally free. But first, let me help you understand what's really happening inside you right now. If you're like me, you might feel like you're carrying a lot. You've been the one that everyone comes to for work, at home, in your community. You're competent, you're capable, and people depend on you. But lately, you've been feeling, well, heavy. Like you're going through the motions of life that used to fit, but just don't quite align anymore. Maybe you catch yourself staring out the window and thinking, there's got to be more to life than this. Or maybe you have ideas deep inside of you, and you're like, how much longer am I going to wait on this? But then you start to second guess yourself and you wonder, can I really do this? Or shouldn't I just be grateful for what I have? And the hardest part, you feel like you can't tell anybody because how do you explain to people that you want more than you already have? So let me just share what I'm learning as I walk through this myself. What you're experiencing is not a crisis, at least not yet. It's not even a breakdown. It's actually a breakthrough on the verge of happening. And if you're entering your 40s and your 50s, you're entering the becoming season because you've already been in the doing season, building up a career, raising a family, taking on the needs of others, figuring out your role as wife, as mother, employee, caregiver, etc. But now in midlife, things start to change. There's a shift, and your inner being is just asking different questions. Instead of what do I need to do today, it starts wondering, is this all there is? Could I become more? Instead of having to show up all the time for your kids, maybe they're moving on or moving out. So now you're starting to question, what do I really want? And who am I going to be? And here's the thing, none of this is selfish. This isn't ungratefulness. This is actually a movement because God didn't design you just to spend the second half of your life passively, just doing nothing, just going through the motions. You were created for more. And that restlessness you're feeling, that's good. Lean into that. That is your spirit desiring more, to create more, to be more, to do more, to serve more, to all these different things that you can create and be in your life. The women who try to ignore this calling, who push it down and say, I should just be content with where I am, they're the ones who actually end up stuck because that's just a statement that can hold you back. But the women who lean in and allow the shift, allow the change, who honor up the stirring, who honor that stirring inside of them, they're the ones who can discover a fulfilling chapter in their life ahead. And this is exactly the kind of stuff that we're exploring here on this channel, as well as inside the community Wake Up in Midlife, because this transition doesn't have to be something you have to go alone. That's a big part of it. There's so many times we get to this stage of life and we realize, oh, whoa, I've put a lot of other things in place of building a community around me, of having women who understand me and can support me and having close friendships. And so you can feel really alone sometimes. And that's why I designed this community. So we have a space where we can come together. Now, before we talk about what you can do with all this awareness, is I want to address some of the myths that could keep you stuck. Because there's a lot of different messaging out there about what midlife is and what you're supposed to do and how it's supposed to look. And the messages you might have even inherited from your granny and other people in generations past. So let's just speak to some of this. Myth number one. You should just be grateful for what you have. I've heard this multiple times and I've questioned this and I've asked, why is women older than me? Like, is it wrong to want more? And you know what? I've had them say things like, Steph, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to tell you. If you're 45 plus and you feel like something is off, this video is for you. If you've been feeling like you're carrying around a burden, and if you have the ability to do stuff, which I hope you do, and I hope that's why you're here showing up on the Rebounders to stay physically fit, mentally sharp, like get into that because not everybody has that opportunity. But sometimes we confuse having gratitude and appreciation for where we're at, and we judge our desire for more. And we don't acknowledge that you can have gratitude and growth. They can go hand in hand. So you can be grateful for where you're at. You can be grateful for what you've built in life, and you can still acknowledge that there's a calling for something more. In fact, I believe that when God stirs up that restlessness inside of you, ignoring it isn't gratitude, it's actually refusing the gift that He's trying to give you. He wants to express himself through you. Will you rise up? Are you willing to put yourself out there and go try this expression? Go try this new thing that's on your heart. Myth number two, it's too late to start something new. Or another way you might say that is at my age, like really? Because you're questioning what you're capable of based on your age. You might think that you've missed your opportunity, like things have passed you by just because you've gotten to a certain age. And I think part of this is the stigma that we had for generations past that at a certain age, women weren't eligible to move up and take leadership roles or do certain things. A lot of those barriers have been broken. Additionally, it's all just a mindset, and we are able to age better than ever before with all the advances that we have. So we can take care of our mental health, our physical health, our emotional well being, our hormonal changes so that we can age better. And so age doesn't have to be a factor unless you allow it and it just becomes an excuse, but you can release that so age doesn't have to hold you back. And instead of thinking it's too late, what if you think like, I'm wiser now, I'm smarter now, I know more, and I'm not going to fall for the same things I fell for in my 20s. Like I am fully capable and I want to take charge. I want to do this because of who I am now. That feels amazing and that feels empowering. Myth number three, this is just the hormones talking. Yes, yes, to some degree, yes, because your body is changing and hormones do play out in how you feel emotionally. But dismissing your entire experience of wanting to create something new, of wanting change to like shake things up in your life, is not just to be blamed on perimenopause or menopause. There's a bigger picture. Your body, your mind, and your spirit are all connected. The physical changes that you're experiencing are happening alongside emotional and spiritual shifts. That could be true for you. It's also a part of a really complex transition that if you allow yourself to take care of yourself through this journey, don't blame the things that are happening just based on hormones. Like I've done that. I have given away so much power in my life when my hormones got screwed up because of birth control. And that plagued me. That's a good word to put there. It really, really plagued me and held me back for a really long time. So as I'm preparing for going into menopause, I am like changing the dialogue and I'm not thinking that I have to suffer or be held back just because I'm going into this stage of life. Now is the opportunity for you to shift into something new, to move forward without the fear, to embrace the change and realize what's possible for you. This is an exciting stage of life. I'm so happy to go through it with you. Happy bouncing, friend.